Most people don't have a productivity problem, they have a chaos problem. Monday hits, they open their laptop, and the day is already on fire. Emails, meetings, random requests, Slack messages. By Friday, they've been busy all week, but the important work still isn't done. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact AI workflow I use to plan my entire week in about 10 minutes, so I'm not guessing what to do every day. If you're new here, this is Pilotflow AI, and I help busy professionals master their workflow with AI. Let's get into it. At a high level, this system has 3 moving parts. First, I dump everything I need to do this week into one Notion page. Second, I use Notion AI to clean it up and prioritize it. And third, I turn that into time blocks on my calendar, so every important task actually has a home. You don't need 10 different apps for this. You just need a Notes app with AI, a calendar, and a few minutes of focused thinking. Step 1 is a brain dump. I open a page in Notion called something like This Week Task Inbox. And for 2 or 3 minutes, I write down everything that's on my mind for the week. Project work, meetings to prep for, follow-ups, reports, admin, personal tasks, everything. The goal here is not to be neat. The goal is to get it out of your head and into one place. Once I've got that messy list, I highlight it and ask Notion AI to clean it up. I'll literally write a quick prompt like, turn this into a structured task list with one task per line. A few seconds later, my messy brain dump turns into a clean list of tasks I can actually work with. Already that saves me time and mental energy because I don't have to manually rewrite everything. Step 2 is to decide what actually matters this week. Under that cleaned up list, I ask Notion AI to do more of the heavy lifting. I'll say something like, turn this into a table with columns for task, priority, and estimated time. Notion AI will turn the list into a simple table and fill in rough priorities and time estimates for each task. It might say things like high priority, 90 minutes, medium priority, 30 minutes, low priority, 15 minutes. I don't blindly trust this, but it's a great starting point. From there, I go through and tweak it. If I know my manager really cares about a task, I bump it up to high priority. If a task always takes me longer than I think, I change 30 minutes to an hour. The AI doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to get me close, so I can spend my brainpower reviewing and adjusting, not starting from scratch. And now I've got something most people never actually have. A realistic list of tasks with priorities and time estimates for this week. Step 3 is where it becomes real. We put this into your calendar. I open my calendar in week view, Monday to Friday. My meetings, appointments, and fixed commitments are already there. Then I go back to my Notion table and start with the high priority tasks. For each high priority item, I create a time block in my calendar. I'll usually give myself one deep work block in the morning, one block in the afternoon, and a couple of shorter blocks for quick tasks or admin. I name the blocks after the tasks or projects like deep work, Q2 report, or prep deck for Thursday meeting. If I can, I'll group similar tasks together. All Project A work on Monday, Project B on Tuesday, and so on. Because I already have time estimates from Notion, I'm not guessing. I know roughly how much time each thing needs, and I can see whether it actually fits into my week. In my first video, I talked about tools like Motion that can automate a lot of this and auto-schedule tasks for you. But even if you're doing it manually, this step only takes a few minutes because the thinking is already done. By the end of this, your week isn't just a list of to-dos, it's a schedule. You know when you're going to do the work that actually matters. The last step is a quick daily check-in. This is what keeps the system flexible instead of turning into a guilt trip. At the start or end of each day, I take 2 minutes to adjust the plan. If something took longer than I expected, I move the remaining tasks to another block later in the week. If something urgent came up, I decide where it fits and what gets pushed. You can even ask Notion AI to help you reprioritize. For example, you could say, reprioritize this list based on the tasks I didn't complete today. I don't overcomplicate it. The goal is just to make sure my calendar still reflects reality. The point of this system isn't to have a perfect, rigid plan. The point is to have a default plan, so you're not waking up every day and starting from chaos. So to recap, I start with a brain dump into Notion. I use Notion AI to turn that into a prioritized list with time estimates. Then I block those tasks into my calendar around my existing meetings. And I do a quick daily check-in to keep it realistic. The whole process takes around 10 minutes once you've done it a couple of times. And it keeps you focused on the work that actually moves the needle, instead of just reacting to whatever's loudest. If you found this helpful and you want more real-world AI workflows for your day-to-day job, hit subscribe. This channel is all about helping you master your workflow with AI. In a future video, I'll show you how to connect this system to automation tools like Zapier and Motion, so your tasks and calendar stay in sync automatically.